All right, you guys, it is 28 June 2022. Time on deck is 17:05. Now, I want to tell you something. You guys have seen me do the review of this Hill People Gear runner's kit bag. And it's a pistol retention system. That's what it's designed for. Its primary purpose is to retain a pistol. I'm going to demonstrate this with my Glock 26 Blue Gun for safety purposes. So I don't have to do anything other than put it in the kit like this, like you've seen me do in my previous video, and show you how it works. Now, I've modified this since I did that video, which was back in, I believe, 2018 when I made that. And I talked about the little insert that came with this kit that would attach to the Velcro that the pistol would slide into, and the reason I didn't like having it in there is because of the rigidity of that insert. It would push against the sternum, and when you're wearing that plus all the extra gear that you have in your pack, it caused a little bit of discomfort and a slight bruising on the sternum, and it just was not terribly comfortable. The other thing that I've opted to not have is that little retention clip that goes over the trigger housing. I've since abandoned that because I found that if you are careful and you put this in here correctly, carefully, without touching the trigger, you know, applying the basic weapons handling safety protocols, you're not going to have an issue. So you put it in and you zip it up. The thing I like to do when I zip it up also is, in order to prevent the strings from, I don't know, hanging up on like tree branches and things like that if you're out hiking, just take them, kind of tuck them in like this, and then run your zipper like that. Kind of conceals them away, keeps them from hanging up on things, keeps them from flopping around. And again, in the front, that's where you're going to put your magazines. Typically what I do if I'm out running, for example, got the pistol on board, usually have 2 magazines, my wallet, and my phone, and maybe a notepad and some pens. And you'll find that if you kind of play with it, you'll find what's going to work for you, what's going to work best. And then you put the thing on and it sits right about here. And I'll show you how that works. Just put it over your body like that, and then you take the adjustment straps and you pull them up to where you feel it's comfortable. And I like it to ride up kind of high because if I'm running, I don't want the thing flopping around. And another thing, typically when I run, is I've either got a pack on or I've got a hydration system, and it just works perfectly with this system. So again, it's the Hill People Gear. I believe this one is called the Runner's Kit. They have different models depending on what you want, depending on the size of your firearm. There's all these variables. So you go to hillpeoplegear.com. I will put a link below for this product. Again, this is a follow-up. I've had this now for about, I want to say I've had this for about 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years. I've had it for a while, and it's just really stood up. I think I've washed it a few times, you know, because they're going to get grungy. They're going to get sweat from the running. They're going to get dirt from just out, you know, playing around in the woods or being at the range or whatever you're doing. So they are very washable, and they are very sturdy, and they come highly recommended for me, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So take a look. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you later.